So you just got a brand new drone or quadcopter and you're wondering what are the must-have accessories? What things will enhance how you use this? What will make it easier to use? Stay tuned to find out. The first thing I would recommend you get is some kind of case. The reason for this is the drones have a lot of really delicate moving components, parts, and gimbals, so throwing it into a bag without a case really isn't the best option. So finding some way to store this thing safely is a really good idea. There's lots of cheap DJI Phantom 3 and DJI Robotics cases out there you can get. If you look on Amazon, there's cheap ones for like 20 bucks. You can get a nice foam lined cheap backpack. It's not going to be fancy, but it will at least work to give you somewhere to put this where it's going to be surrounded by some foam and keep it safe. Also, the box which the drones come in is a really nice, well-made box, and I used that box for quite a while after I got my drone to store it in because it had a nice cutout. It was easy to put the drone in and out of, and it would hold all the accessories that it came with. Now, the problem here is that once you start getting a few more accessories, you get a couple of spare batteries, it stops all fitting in there. So for the beginning, make sure you keep that box, and when you're done, pack that drone back up in there because it'll help you keep your chargers and your batteries and all of your bits and parts safe and in one spot. With that lecture on being organized on the way, what else should you get for your drone? Well, the first thing you should probably pick up is a spare battery. The reason for this is drones' batteries last about 18 to 24 minutes, depending on how you're flying them. And honestly, that's not enough time if you've gone to the effort of driving somewhere to go out and shoot with your drone. It's a big time investment right there, and to only be able to get 18 to 20 minutes on site flying, it's not really worth it. So I really would recommend picking up at least one spare battery. They're very expensive, and they kind of do have to be the manufacturer's batteries. A lot of technology in these batteries that make them work, and it's going to discharge. It's a lot of power discharging very quickly to keep these things in the air. So they're not cheap, but they're definitely something to worth getting. And the first time you drive somewhere and are shooting and getting amazing footage and have to switch it, you'll be very happy. In terms of the number of spare batteries which you need, I think 2 batteries is a lot. 3 batteries will get you through any situation you want, and 4 is just plain overkill. The next thing you should check out is a sunshade or sun hood. These things are awesome, and while they seem a little bit cheesy, you're going to be very thankful for it on the first sunny day you go flying. They're a little cardboard or plastic fold-up shield that you put your tablet in before mounting a controller, and they make it much easier to see what's going on your screen in the sun. This is going to stop you from having to spin around to try and cast a shadow on your screen just so you can see where your drone is. Definitely something to check out. Plus, they make you look much more professional. And on that same note of flying on sunny days, an ND filter is a really good investment. The DJI Phantom 3 Advanced and Professional have screw-off lenses, so you can just screw off the UV filter that comes on there and screw on many manufacturers' ND filters. I think DJI makes their own, and then there's a bunch of other manufacturers that build them as well. They're a little bit expensive for good ones, but they are something that is worth getting. What they do is they allow the camera to shoot with a slower shutter speed, making panning footage look smoother. If you get footage that looks like it's jerky as it pans, that's because the frame rate or the shutter speed at which the camera is shooting is too high because of the amount of light. It has to drop that shutter speed raise that shutter speed way up to account for the amount of light. So if you put an ND filter on there, you cut some of that light and allow it to get to a more natural shutter speed, and that'll smooth out all of that footage. That's about it in the way of accessories. These are the things that I think anybody with a drone should have. They're super useful, and they really do enhance the shooting experience you're going to have using your drone. You can check out the links down in the video descriptions, the ones that I would get, and there are other things out there. Of course, as you progress and learn more and more about your drone, you're probably going to pick up other things. You might get a prop balancer. You might look at virtual reality goggles. You actually get a heads-up display of what the camera is seeing sent directly to your goggles that you're wearing. Those are pretty cool, but really, these accessories that I've outlined are the things that anybody with a drone is going to find use in. If you're just recreationally shooting maybe once or twice a month with it, these are still things that you're going to find incredibly useful. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, give me a like, subscribe, and most of all, until next time, happy holidays, and thanks for watching.